That no nitrates added label on your jerky is legally allowed to still contain nitrites. Celery powder converts into the exact same curing chemical. The label loophole has existed for years. This is grocery science. Here is exactly how that loophole works and what to check instead.
Curing preserves jerky, controls bacteria, and creates its familiar color and chewy texture. Celery powder is a concentrated ingredient naturally very high in nitrates before curing begins.
Bacteria in the curing process convert those celery-derived nitrates into active nitrites. Meat scientists confirm the resulting nitrite compound functions identically, regardless of its original source. USDA rules still permit this exact curing method to carry a no nitrates added label. Reading past the front claim directly to the ingredient list reveals the true curing method. Sodium nitrite is the direct, synthetic version used in traditionally labeled cured jerky. If either sodium nitrite or celery powder appears, the jerky has undergone identical chemical curing. Several meat scientists describe this labeling gap as a technicality, not a meaningful difference. Genuinely uncured jerky would need to avoid both synthetic nitrite and celery powder entirely. Celery-cured jerky is frequently priced higher despite carrying comparable curing chemistry. The ingredient list, not the front label, remains the only reliable way to verify curing. Sodium content varies wildly across jerky brands, from 300 to over 600 milligrams. Health guidelines recommend adults limit sodium to about 2,300 milligrams daily. A single-ounce serving can use up close to a quarter of that entire daily limit. Reduced sodium jerky contains roughly 380 milligrams versus 517 in standard versions. Teriyaki and soy sauce flavors typically carry the highest sodium among common jerky varieties. Sweet heat and teriyaki jerky flavors can carry up to 9 grams of sugar per ounce. Because jerky tastes savory, this added sugar content is consistently overlooked by shoppers. When sugar appears within the first 5 ingredients, added sugar content tends to be higher. Despite this, jerky remains genuinely strong in protein, providing 9 to 14 grams per ounce. Some jerky products add soy protein or hydrolyzed protein as an additional filler ingredient. Comparing several jerky brands directly often reveals meaningful, avoidable sodium and sugar differences. Sodium, sugar, and curing method together are the 3 details most worth checking. Terms like premium and artisan crafted carry no formal regulatory definition for meat snacks. A natural label claim does not guarantee low sodium or low added sugar content. Grass-fed claims address farming method specifically, not sodium or added sugar content.
Serving size print is often smaller than the flavor description printed above it.
Flipping the package over remains the fastest way to verify any front label claim. Health-sounding icons and colors do not always reflect the actual sodium content underneath. Checking sodium content directly matters more than trusting any single flavor description. Always verify. Comparing several brands side by side often reveals surprisingly large sodium differences.
Some products labeled all natural still contain soy protein and meaningful added sugar.
Outdoor lifestyle marketing language strongly shapes perceived healthiness, independent of sodium content. Check sodium content, check the curing method used, and check added sugar per serving. Choosing reduced sodium jerky meaningfully lowers overall daily sodium intake over time. Choosing original or plain flavors over sweet varieties naturally reduces added sugar intake. Pairing jerky with fruit or vegetables adds fiber that balances the overall snack. Homemade jerky is typically less expensive per serving than premium store-bought versions. A few extra seconds reading the label can meaningfully change what ends up in the cart.
So that no nitrates claim is real. It just does not mean what most people think.
Celery powder cures jerky through the same chemistry as synthetic nitrite, just with better marketing. Sodium range and curing wording remain the two details most worth checking before buying. That understanding gives you a real choice rather than just a marketed one.
At Grocery Science, we examine food through evidence, not to generate fear.
Next time, the sugar hidden in frozen waffles before you even reach for the syrup.
Thank you for watching Grocery Science. Stay curious, stay informed.